What's up you guys? So I am back with another video, and today I am going to be doing a paranormal video. Now that I'm looking at myself at the camera, I feel like I should feel more Halloweenish. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna put a costume on and like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I don't want too much because I want to hurry up and make this video before the sun goes down, because that is my lighting. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but now I feel more Halloweenish. If you guys don't know what I am, which I'm pretty sure you guys all do because it's pretty obvious, I'm a cat. It was like the easiest thing that I could do real fast like that. I don't think I did a good job at it, but I mean, like, doesn't need to be perfect, whatever. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point what I'm trying to be. So back to the video. Like I said, I'm doing a, oh, these things hurt my head. Oh, okay. Like I said, ew, did it just, oh my goodness, Jasmine. Okay, like I said, I am going to be doing a paranormal video. I'm going to be talking about everything that has happened to me, or something that has to do with paranormal, or any of that kind of stuff. I wanted to do this video because Halloween is coming. Perfect time to make this video. You know, why not? Halloween is in a couple of days. If you're anything like me, when Halloween is coming up, I love watching paranormal stuff. I just love it. It just gets me in the mood. And like the week of Halloween, I do like anything, a fall, Halloweenish, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. You know, like watch those Halloween movies or drink those fall teas or whatever you guys like drinking. And just being in the mood, you know. So this is why I'm making this video, for all you guys who are into stuff like this. So yeah, let's just get on the video because I keep on mumbling and bumbling, and that's not, you know, the main part of the video. So the first story that I'm gonna be telling is when me and my boyfriend went to Old Town. We wanted to go to Old Town because we wanted to go into the Whaley House. He did not believe that the Whaley House was haunted. And now if you don't know where Old Town is in San Diego. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. He didn't believe that the house was haunted, and I understand there's a couple of people out there who don't think it's haunted, but since I'm all into that paranormal kind of stuff, I do believe that it's haunted. So I kind of wanted to prove him wrong. Oh my god, talking about boyfriends, he keeps on texting me. And anyways, okay, and so this night we decided to go. You know, I wanted to prove him wrong. I'm like, you just haven't had that day to show you that this house is haunted. So we ended up going. We decided to eat at Old Town, you know, have some food in my stomach. I was a little bit nervous, so I had a drink. So we're all eating, having a good time. Bought the tickets or whatever to go in the house before we even ate. So we're waiting for our time and blah blah, we're talking and we're hanging out, and we finished eating, so we're just chilling till finally it's our time to go. So it's that time to go to the Whaley House, and there's a group of people in our group, and we're like the last group of that night. So we go in, they do the typical tour like they always do. They tour us around the house, and then they tell us like stories that has happened in the house and the owners and blah blah, you know, the history. And then they tell us like scary stuff that people have seen and heard and whatever. And then we get to the second floor. And there's like these stairs right when you walk into this house. You walk up these stairs, and right behind the stairs there's like this big window, and if you keep on walking up the stairs, it takes you to like this theater room or whatever. So we're all up on the top of the stairs and everybody's taking pictures because, you know, people are trying to catch something or whatever. And this girl ends up taking a picture where this window's at. Now remember, we are on the 2nd floor, and when she took this picture, she starts freaking out and she's like, oh my god, I think I caught something in this picture, blah blah. She starts showing all her friends, and I'm like, nah, it's probably like, you know, some dust or something. We end up looking at the phone because everybody's like passing around because they all want to see this. And if I have the picture, I'll put it here, which I probably don't, which I wish that I didn't delete it. But my boyfriend took a picture of like the picture in the phone. So if I do even have, you guys are not probably going to be able to tell. But in the picture you can clearly see the window, and you can see like a face like on the outside of the window. Like it looks like that person is screaming, like if it was mad. And we're on the 2nd floor, so that couldn't have been like anybody walking by the house because we're on the 2nd floor. Like I've said that 100 times, but I just want you guys to understand that. And that's like the first thing that's ever happened to me paranormal, and it's not that big of a like story to tell or whatever. You know, people had some like crazy paranormal stories I've heard, but to me this was like crazy because I believed in it and I've never saw anything about it, but I've always heard stories. So to have like this incident happen, kind of crazy. So that was my first paranormal. Wasn't that bad. It's a little creepy. You guys can't say that that's kind of creepy, but yeah. Second story has to be at my boyfriend's house. Oh, I forgot I had this. I was about to like flip my hair like that. Second story was at my boyfriend's house. He just moved down the street from my house, and he lives in this new place. And I would probably say it was like a couple of weeks after he moved into this place. And I decided to go over to his house, which, by the way, I don't go over to his house a lot, but this day I decided to go to his house and just hang out. And I believe we were in the living room, me, my boyfriend, and his brother, and we're watching TV. My boyfriend's brother decided to go to the room to go get something, I guess. So he goes to the room, and then he yells out my boyfriend's name. So my boyfriend ends up going, and then he's telling him like, did you do this? Did you do this? And then he was like, no, I didn't even touch the shoes. So I guess what happened was that they have a shoe on this rack thing. Like it has 3 racks, and then they put the shoe on top of it. I'm pretty sure you guys all seen this somewhere. But yeah, it's just a little rack with shoes, and it was like knocked over, like right in front of their door because it was right there. And he's like, no, I didn't do that. And then he didn't pay too much attention to it. He's like, okay, whatever. He probably thought it was his brother, but he didn't want to say anything. So his little brother ends up putting him back up and, you know, fixing it or whatever. So they end up coming back in the living room, and we're watching TV. The first incident, I didn't know what happened because he didn't tell me till after the second time that it's happened. So I'm about to tell you guys that right now. We're watching TV. His brother ends up going back to the room to do I don't know what, and he goes back to the room and he screams out my boyfriend's name again. So my boyfriend goes over there, and I go this time. All I remember seeing is that the door opens, and then there's like shoes on the floor, but it doesn't look like it got knocked down. At least to me it didn't. It looks like somebody grabbed the pair of shoes, like the 2 pairs, and then dropped it from like a bit of a distance, and then did the same things with the other shoes. It looked like that. It literally did not look like somebody like knocked it down or something. It literally looked like somebody picked it up and dropped it from a distance, because they were pretty still close, but it was just weird. And my boyfriend ends up telling me when the first time happened, and this was the second time. So they were thinking, oh, maybe it's their mom who's messing with them, blah blah. So they ended up telling their mom, and their mom's like, no, it wasn't me. Oh. And they're like, okay, then who was it, blah blah. And I'm thinking in my head, because you guys already know I'm all into that paranormal stuff, so I'm like, you guys have a ghost in your guys' house, and that's what it is. And they're all freaking out. They're like, what the heck, what was it? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm going in the living room because it's weird. So I went back to the living room. They ended up fixing it back up. And I'm starting to like get all freaked out because I get freaked out very easily, you guys, like so easily. And I told my boyfriend, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home. And I was like, you know what, you could go back home, just drop me off home, that's it. So we ended up going back to my house. He decided to stay with me at my house for a little bit. So we ended up going back to my house and we're just chilling, and he gets a phone call from his brother. And his brother's like freaking out on the phone. And I just see my boyfriend, he's like, nuh-uh, you're lying, blah blah, you know? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh my god, did it happen again? It happened again. Like, I knew deep down it happened again. So he got off the phone, he's like, I have to go home. And I'm like, why? He's like, because my brother's freaking out. It happened again. I remember him picking it up. They were all freaked out and stuff. And that was it. That's all that happened that night. But it was really weird. I don't know why the shoes. I don't know. I just feel like the ghost wanted to like mess with them. You know? I don't know. But that was really weird. To this day, we don't really know what it was. I'm guessing it was a ghost. They don't think so, but whatever. Okay. Third thing that's happened to me. By the way, if you guys can't tell, this paranormal stuff are not like humongous big of a stories, but they're still a little bit creepy. Like, there's no way to like explain these situations, you know. Anyways, so third story. Third story is not really of a scary story. Well, it's a little bit creepy, but not too creepy. Okay, so this is a long of a story. So if you guys did not know, which a lot of you guys do not know unless you guys are related to me or you are friends of mine, which are like really close friends who have to know about this. I had a grandpa and he passed away like a year ago, and since he's passed away, a lot of stuff hasn't been the same anymore. But you know, he was like the only kind of real grandpa that I've ever had in my life, and to a lot of other people in my family, he meant a lot to them too. So you know, after a year from losing somebody, I don't think you can really like get over it and like not miss them anymore. They're like always with you. So yeah. Well, I have a cousin, not gonna say her name. She decided to go to a medium to go see if she can communicate to him. If you guys don't believe in mediums and all of that, don't say anything at the bottom. Comment, be like, oh, those are like BS and blah blah, you know. Like, I don't care why you're watching this video. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys don't believe in it, just don't watch this part. Just go on another video, whatever. Honestly, I do believe, okay, I do believe there is people out there who can communicate with people who've passed over, but I do believe there is people out there who are fake, like they're scamming people. I do believe in that. And I don't know if this was true, I don't know if this was real, but it was a really weird situation. But anyways, so I just thinking about this, I get like, I can't even talk about it, it's so weird. Anyways, so my cousin goes to a medium to talk to her and see if she can communicate with our grandpa, and she ends up going and she ends up finding out a lot of stuff, and she ends up being able to talk to him. He says like, if you get a phone call and nobody like answers on the other line, that is me trying to communicate to you. If you are thinking about me, I am there with you. Some other stuff, I don't remember. There's just this one that sticks with me because of this incident. And then he says, if you see this light flicker on and off, that is me with you, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And she ends up telling my mom this, and my mom ends up telling me all of this, and I was just like really like in shock and couldn't believe it, and it's just crazy to hear that. So later that day, my boyfriend ends up coming over. My boyfriend did get to meet my grandpa, but he didn't really get to communicate him when he was alive and like really talk to him and have a conversation with him, but he did end up meeting him. And we're in my room, and he goes to the bathroom, and right when I was going to tell him about the medium and the whole thing and all of that, he comes out of the bathroom, and my light, I had a light right here, it's moved over there though, it's like a lamp thing, it was on and it starts flickering. It was right at that exact moment when I was going to tell him about the whole medium thing, and I was like, what the heck? And I asked him, I'm like, did you see that? And then he was like, yeah. I don't know if he saw it or if he didn't. I don't remember that part because I'm just thinking about the whole lamp thing. And then right when I was about to tell him again, it happens again. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't talk about it, I don't know. But I started freaking out because it was the same day as, you know, my cousin went to go talk to the medium and went to go talk to my grandpa. And I sit my boyfriend down and I'm like, oh my god, I need to talk to you because I know you saw that. Because I knew he saw the second time when it flickered. He was like, what? And I'm like, it's so crazy though, it's so weird. He's like, what? You have to tell me. And I was like, okay. So my cousin went to go talk to a medium and was able to contact my grandpa, and they were talking, and he told her stuff like, if you get a phone call and nobody is on the other line, that is me. If you start thinking about me, know that I'm with you, and that if you ever see a light flicker off and on, that is me telling you I am with you. And I told him, I was like, this stuff, all the stuff she found out happened today. And then that light flickered off and on right now. And we just start freaking out. We're like, oh my god, we need to tell my cousin, we need to tell my mom, we need to tell my grandma. Like, it was just really, really crazy and weird, and like, it's just crazy to think that none of this paranormal stuff has ever happened to me. Like, none of this in my whole life. But all the stories that I've told you guys right now happened in 1 year, which is so weird. Really, really weird. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and yeah, happy Halloween, you guys.